Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Baltimore Ravens versus Aaron Rodgers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their second-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
The 3rd-year defensive tackle out of Florida State, Derek Nottie, with a nice play there. Started every game for Kansas City during their Super Bowl run a season ago.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They are led out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round. And then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. decided to keep it that time on the option. Got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? Because the defense, as you said, not letting him get upfield. No place for him to ever duck his shoulders and turn upfield and gain yardage. Had to keep moving out laterally. Nice play by the defenders.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Gibson.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Myers' kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Ravens, nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
10 more yards.
Tyreek Hill from last week. There are the numbers. 4 catches, 87 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
On second down, it's Pollard, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Jones. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Jones now on the keeper. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Jones will try and run with it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
10 at their own 8-yard line.
On first down, Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did it pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, it sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Chiefs.
Now Rodgers. He'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
41-yard line.
Rodgers again now. Short throw to Disley.
Rodgers.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Bunt. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This play started with the protection, and you have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss Loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
4 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick and heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Rodgers steps away to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers buying time to his left. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first and 10, Jones. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And shutting him off, now open field. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. 35-13, the final score. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. 35-28, the final, as they win by a touchdown. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. A touchdown the difference, 21-14, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Gain of 13 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Ashton Davis.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the Ravens' 4 yards.
On second and 1, Rodgers eluded, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap. And
he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Daniel Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. The offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Complete to Will Dissly.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jones now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. Not much there, only a yard.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. He's going to take off with it. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Throwing Jones. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
C.J. Henderson.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coach, I'd always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Jones. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Kansas City.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Chiefs, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.